It was probably one of the hardest times of my life when I met Melissa. Um, I I was pretty vulnerable, I would say, at the time. Um, you know, a few months before I met Melissa, I actually end up, you know, having my relationship that I had previously destroyed. It was something totally out of my power. I had nothing really to do with anything, and I felt like I lost everything at that time. Not realizing that I didn't have anything, if that makes sense. I end up getting a divorce. I end up being, cheated on, and basically getting my ego, my heart, my everything ripped away from me. And I have to thank God for that situation, because without it, I won't be who I am today. Obviously, I have way more to go, but it was something that I needed to happen in my life for me to rebuild myself. And I'm grateful for it happening, actually, because now I'm with somebody I'm actually happy with. And I never felt like I was myself during that time. At the time, um, I probably I've never been that way mentally. I mean, I remember trying to find so many distractions in life, and nothing kind of worked. I remember finding distraction in girls, traveling, doing things that I never really done before, spending a lot of money on materials and things that I really didn't need, but I did it all for distraction and trying to satisfy my mind, and nothing typically worked during that time. Um, and yeah, I was pretty depressed, actually. I was probably really depressed. It was my first time really dealing with something that we call today, which is anxiety. I mean, so much people deal with it nowadays that it's pretty common, but mine was pretty severe. I remember sometimes I would shake, while trying to fall asleep, and you know run and jump up out of my bed at 2, 3 in the morning because I felt so alone. And I didn't really know what to do with myself. Yeah, it was probably one of the darkest times. I was smoking a lot. I was doing the things that I shouldn't have done. Nothing crazy, but I did smoke a lot for a lot of distraction, and nothing really worked for me. I was in a pretty dark time, I would say. Yeah, that I was in a really dark time when I met Melissa. Uh,
What was your first interaction together?
our first interaction was pretty funny, man. I remember I was I was actually taking a trip out to Key West, and I remember, not really thinking much of it, just thinking of a nice weekend and having some fun. However, the trip wasn't fun at the end of the day. It was, just mind tricking, and it was a pretty, once again, it was very dark for me. But yeah, I remember taking these pictures. I had like this little aesthetic I was running on my Instagram, which was like, I don't even know what to call it, but it was this cool aesthetic. Like all my pictures were blurry. Some pictures you could tell who I am. Some pictures you don't know who I am. So I thought it was a pretty dope aesthetic I had going on. So she ended up commenting on my post. Actually, the first thing she said is that Key West, or what are you doing in the Keys? And then I said, how do you know where I'm at? And she was like, I know my city in a blur. Something like that. So it was pretty funny, because I'm like, who is this girl? Who is this girl commenting on my post in a blurry picture? It was pretty scary, if you want to be honest. But once I looked on her Instagram, I realized she was threatless and harmless. And I kind of liked what I saw. So I definitely started to like her post, and she started to like mine back. So yeah, that was our first interaction. It was pretty funny, yeah.
How did you meet her?
We actually met through something we call Instagram. I mean, everybody uses Instagram, right? So we met through Instagram. We kept DMing each other, and we couldn't stop talking. I remember, our first messages, when she messaged me, I was kind of caught off guard because I'm like, yo, I like the way she talking to me right now. It was like no other girl did that for me, you know. No other girl gave me that Latina love or Latina affection. All the other girls nowadays, they don't do that. So when she messaged me and I was like, yo, why is she talking to me like that? I felt some type of way. And I remember saying something inappropriate to her because I was just being me at that time, I guess. I didn't have a girlfriend. So, I mean, I was being me and I said something inappropriate. And she was like, she said, boy, I'm a lady. And I love that. I love that. Everything about it. Because typically the reply won't be like that. It's always going to be them matching your energy. But boy, I'm a lady really like stirred me up because it showed she has self-respect. She had self-respect. Um, and I like a woman with self-respect. So I really enjoyed the way she was talking to me. Yeah.
What were your first impressions of her?
My first impressions of her was pretty funny. I mean, I didn't think she was a girl who would take a relationship serious at first. I didn't think she was somebody who could love me the way she loves me today. I thought she was beautiful. I really liked her curly hair, and my girlfriend has a gap, and for some reason she pulls it off perfect. There's like literally nothing about it that, you know, throws me off. I absolutely love her gap and it makes her cute. So she my first impression, I just seen a really beautiful girl, and my girl thick too. She real thick. so, so yeah, I don't know. I seen a curly head beach girl. I seen she was on the water a lot. I'm from Miami. We have a beach here. She has a beach. I'm like, this girl could relate to me somehow. And I can't say it enough. She was a beautiful girl. I didn't even know if I could pull her, to be honest. But she was pretty beautiful, and I ended up pulling her clearly. So, yeah.
What made her special?
Her personality. I mean, her personality was just, it matched me so much. She was funny. She is funny. She's hilarious. She's very loving. Sometimes I'm a little more lovable, but she's very loving. And she's kind of crazy, and I like a little crazy. So that's what made her special. It was all in her personality.
What's your favorite thing about her?
My favorite thing about my girlfriend is she's more of a wife than anything, if that makes sense. So she's not really a girlfriend. She's my wife. She cooks. She cleans for me. She's an amazing person in and out. She allows for me to guide her, you know, in the best way I can. She also helps me mentally, you know, and she makes sure I'm okay on the inside and out. She loves me a lot, and I love her a lot. And what was the question? Am I answering it? Yeah. And she's down for whatever. I mean, like, whatever I'm down to do, she wants to do it with me, and she's attached the way I'm attached and clingy the way I'm clingy, and she's dope. I mean, she moved all the way from where she lived all the way to live with me, and without even really taking long to think about it. She moved with me, I think, 6 months into knowing each other or something like that. And she's been living with me ever since. And there's not a day goes by that we're not the same from day one. We still love each other the same. We still smile. We still laugh. Everything's the same. It's nothing really different, except we just know each other way more. She believes in me at the end of the day. I mean, her belief in me is something I've always looked for in someone. And the way she believes in me allows for me, you know, not saying I don't believe in myself, but it allows for me to kind of jump off the cliff without knowing if my wings are going to open. And most of the time my wings do open. So it's so dope to have somebody more than just a girlfriend. It's so dope to have like a best friend who truly wants you to succeed in life.
How is your relationship today?
Our relationship is better than ever. I mean, I feel connected to my girlfriend What I like about our relationship is it's not common to see what we have nowadays. Two people that didn't know each other, were complete strangers, and now they are in love. They are not afraid to show love. I know I'm loyal all the way to my girlfriend. Loyalty, trust, belief in each other is something you don't see nowadays, and it's something that we have. So, you know, yeah, I'm pretty grateful in what is today. I mean, we're both thriving and trying to succeed to the next level. So yeah, I'm grateful for what we are today.
What do you hope for in the future?
I hope for success in the future for us. I hope to make my dreams come true of, you know, buying my first house, building a nice foundation with my career, succeeding in life, not just for me, but maybe for my future family that I hopefully will have one day, to give my parents grandkids. And that's one thing I definitely hope for. I want to get rich, man. I mean, I want to get rich so me and my girlfriend can live the life that we always talk about, which is, you know, traveling, eating whenever the hell we want to eat, being as healthy as possible, and giving my kids in the future that I'm going to have the best life that they could ever have, giving them all the things that they want, the shoes, the clothes, kind of like my father did for me. And yeah.
How did you meet JC?
I was just, just scrolling while I was at work. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to work on that day at the gym. And then I just liked his video, and I really liked the way that he was grabbing the ropes and going like this. I was like, oh, he's getting that shit in. I like it. And then I just liked it. I kept on going about my day. Then later on, he followed me, and I was like, who's this guy? And then I looked and I saw that was the guy that I liked his video, and I was like, oh, okay. I just another fuck boy, whatever. I followed him back, and I didn't think much of it. I wasn't on that mindset, honestly. I thought he was fine though.
What was your first impressions?
My first impressions when I saw him, I thought he was very fit, looked very nice, clean. I love his full lips. I was like, ooh, he got some nice lips there. I could get into that, but I was like, so not in the mindset of looking for something, and so I didn't really give it that much thought, because I was tired of getting in situations, people just wanting one thing and me wanting to actually have a genuine connection, and I didn't want to be in a situationship any longer, so I didn't want to pursue talking to him for 2 days and then nothing happened.
Where were you mentally when you met?
I was just working, going to the gym, minding my business, staying home. I was just getting money, getting my body right, getting my health right. I wasn't caring about going on dates, nothing, because I had just quit like party life. I quit like doing drugs. I was being really in a loop of myself because of the people I was surrounding myself. So I cut those cords and made myself become a better person, because I didn't want to pursue that lifestyle any longer. I didn't want to pursue any situationship at the time, because I was just sick and tired of that. Just talk for 3 days and then just get what we want, and then that's it, not see each other no longer. I wanted a genuine connection, so I was really closed off to anybody trying to come into my life.
Where did you guys meet?
And then I see that he came to Key West, which is where I lived. And I was looking at his pictures, I was like, this looks like Duval Street. I know my city, you know? And then I commented and I was like, oh, I know my city in a blur. And that was the icing on everything, how it started everything, the domino effect, that's what I meant to say. That was a domino effect. And I guess he got interested. We started liking each other. It's like posts, stories, just going back and forth. And he was like, what did he say? He was like, oh, you're so beautiful. I was like, thank you, muñeco. And he loved that, boy. He loved that. And then we started messaging each other on DMs. We were talking day and night. We couldn't stop like wanting to know each other, and it was so nice.
How did you get to know JC?
So I will always be coming to Miami all the time with my family because I have family up here, and we will always try to link up. The first time we didn't get to link up because it was too far, and it wasn't planned at all. But that night we did get to FaceTime for the first time, and I will never forget it because it was an emotional time for him, and for me to see him like that, open himself to me, was everything. Then when we finally got to link up, I was coming back from a trip with my family from, I believe we were in Tallahassee for Father's Day, and he said out of nowhere, I'm pulling up to you. I was like, oh shit. This is happening. My heart was going crazy. We were just FaceTiming each other like day and night. We were like glue on the phone. We didn't want to hang up. And we finally got to meet, and he met my parents, he met my grandfather and my cousins. When I saw him in person, it was like, wow, this is real. He's a real person. And I got to hug him, and he felt so good on my skin, and his smell, I love this smell. He got this, I think it was Sauvage that he had on. It smelled so good. And then we got in the house, and after I introduced him to my family, we had some coffee because we like to drink a lot of Cuban coffee after a trip just to keep on going. And I went for the kiss. I did, because he was shy. He was shy, but I couldn't hold it in anymore. I wanted to see if I was gonna feel that zen, that I was feeling, that zing. And it felt so good. I just fit right into his chest. I was laying on him, and we were kissing and just cuddling, and yeah.
What made him special?
How attentive he was and how open of his emotions was towards me, because he let himself be completely naked. And I don't mean like taking off your clothes. I mean like naked in every mental way. Like his emotions were there. He let me see his most vulnerable sides, and I was there with him until like 5 in the morning, talking to him on the phone. So he will feel like he's being seen, because I'm not here to just, just talk for one day and then the next I ghost you. He really made an impact in my life.
What's your favorite thing about him?
My favorite thing about JC is his mentality. He's so enriched in knowledge. I just love the way that he is, and his goofiness is just unmatched. He matched me, I match him. Is the best ever. I can truly be myself, because before I wouldn't be able to show who I am, and he accepts every bit of it. Even when I wake up in the morning and I look like, I don't even know, like something scary, he still accepts me. And he eats me up at night. I love that, but it makes me mad. He be eating up my cheeks and just adoring me, and I love that. I couldn't ask for anything more.
How is the relationship today?
Peak right now. We have grown so much from when we first started. I believe that what we have is very rare. Right now we are growing, we're starting to become the people that we want to be for our future. To have a family, to have a good foundation. This right now is the foundation that we're building on, and I love this stage right now. It's like top tier.
What do you hope for in the future?
One thing I hope for us in the future is to have a big house, have both of our businesses booming because we both have big dreams to fulfill. We have healthy, beautiful children. I want at least 3. I want at least 3, and I want us to be able to have a farm, maybe, who knows, or maybe live by the ocean. And I want us to be having weekend drives on the boat, sunset, or go on a mini island and just enjoy ourselves. I just want to be enjoying my life with my husband and make lots of memories, go on adventures, go to different countries, explore. I want us to really indulge in life like we're supposed to, because that's what we came to this life for. And to show everybody that our love is real and that they're able to achieve it as well.